Canada's Farm Show is proud to once again bring together some of agriculture's best and brightest, those that continue to invent and reinvent to ensure that the agriculture industry remains a strong and driving force in our economy. It is through these innovations that we see improvements, modernization, and increased profitability in agriculture production. This innovation feature is a must-see during our show and highlights the newest in agriculture equipment and technology. In order to be eligible for this program, each innovation is screened by the show's Innovation Committee, and the innovations submitted must not have been introduced to the agriculture sector before. Simple modifications of an existing product will not be eligible. By all accounts, these innovations must be considered a brand new product. With that in mind, I'd like to kick off the innovations program by inviting an expert in agricultural innovations to join me. In 1991, my guest created the first active hydraulic ground-following individual row opener. He set out to find a better way to precisely seed the crop without having to till the land. President and founder of Seedmaster, professional engineer, and perhaps most important, farmer, please welcome Norbert Bourgeot. Thank you so much for being here, Norbert. You know, agriculture has changed exponentially in the last 30 years. Farms are bigger, yields are higher, and there's certainly less manual labor required. We don't even have to lift up those seed bags anymore. And all of this is due to innovation. Can you share with us how innovation has made farming what it is today?
Sure. Just to step back a bit, I guess things have changed a lot, and it is 30 years since I've really been delving into designing equipment. But over the 30 years, I'm pretty sure that yields have doubled. The quality of the end product has greatly increased, and there's a lot more varieties of types of crops grown in Saskatchewan. As far as farm sizes, over that same 30 years, they probably in our larger customers we tend to deal with, the farm size was maybe 1,000 acres 30 years ago, 35 years ago, and now it's pretty much a 10,000 acre, and there's farms, of course, that are 20, 30,000 acres and more.
Yeah, certainly we've seen some tremendous change, even in my own farming career. Well, a big thank you to you, Norbert, and from the farming community, I thank you for your contributions to the industry. It's now time for the big reveal. Here they are, the top 5 innovations.
Hi, I'm Rick Hubrick with Claws of America. I'm the Regional Product Supervisor for Canada. The key customers that would benefit from the 6800 would be just about anybody. The one thing it is limited capacity due to its size. It will keep up to larger machines, but it is classified as a Class 7 machine. It is great for the guys with cattle, so I mean, we're getting full-size bales out the back because the straw quality is tremendous. It's good for lentils, canola, wheat. It's all crops out there. It just depends on how many acres an hour a person's looking at. The 6800 is not the biggest machine out there, but it does give the larger machines out on the market a run for its money. The 6800 Lexion can be outfitted with CMOS Automatic. So CMOS Automatic is a unique system that reads what's going on inside the combine. It can take the combine and keep it full, keeping it more productive. So as the crop gets thicker, it will slow down. As it gets thinner, it'll speed up to keep the unit, the processor full. Also, it'll change settings on the go, such as your fan, your concave, and your sieves. So CMOS Automatic gives you the ability to put somebody that perhaps is less skilled in the seat and making them a better operator. It can be fitted with the Pro Chop chopper. The Pro Chop chopper does a great job on residue management out the backside with 108 rotating knives. We've got things like the feeder house with the belt in it. That's reducing maintenance costs. We've got dynamic cooling. which helps reduce maintenance on the air filter system, keeping the engine compartment cleaner. There isn't just one thing. We've got things like we're belt drive, so we're reducing horsepower requirements. We've got the CBIS touchscreen, and that's just a few of the features that a customer can benefit with the 6800 Lexion Combine. The main innovation with the SynFlow walker machine was the fact that we've made it bigger. So not only did we make it bigger by 20% in the threshing area and the separation area, but we also made it with the grain handling as well. So you're going to see less losses, improved production due to quicker grain handling. So we're unloading at, that 5.1 bushels per second, and just making it a more friendly unit. You can adjust your chopper from inside. You can adjust for wind compensation from left to right. You can adjust from high to low from inside the cab. You can put in, other people might know them as filler plates from inside the cab with a push of a button. Everything that you possibly can do from inside the cab, we've done it. Well, they've been working on it for a long time, and we were looking to make a more economical and higher performing walker machine, and we were looking to try and just make it perform a lot better. So what they did is they added extra threshing cylinders and separation cylinders just to give it approximately about 20-25% more capacity over our previous walker machines. And I mean, if you look at 25% fewer harvesting hours or days, that can give you an extra week with your family. You can reduce fuel costs, you can reduce extra hired hands, so you're not out there trucking for an extra week or depending what's going on. It just makes you more profitable and more efficient as a producer. We're one of the more fuel efficient machines out there, so they're saving money on fuel, they're getting the harvest done quicker, so they're saving on costs on labor, they're saving costs on trucking, they're reducing hours on the equipment, and that helps with reducing the bottom line. Well, there isn't just one thing about this machine that makes it unique. It's the bundle, it's everything. It's from the grain savings out the back, it's the residue management, it's the maintenance savings, and the quicker harvest times. It's just a complete bundle, and the best thing to do is come down and have a look at it. If a customer's looking for us, they can go to our website, and we do have a dealer locator available on there. Thank you for looking into the 6800 Lexion Combine, and we hope to see you soon.
Norband's innovative product is a leading solution in the agriculture industry across North America. Unaerated grain inherently becomes a real problem for every farmer because the grain will start rotting, fermenting, or molding, and your price goes down. There's all those inherent problems that come with spoilage in the bin.
So that's why we tried to find a product that will solve that problem and ventilate all the grain inside of the bin. That's why we came up with the Norband full flow air system. That eliminates any dead pockets there. That will give you a full airflow through all the bin while the grain is inside the bin.
Just knowing that we have produced a full floor aeration system for in a hopper is a great relief to a lot of the guys that are using it. And I think it's also a great benefit for those that are considering buying it. One very common comment, where were you guys 40 years ago? It's about time somebody did this.
We create the air system with louvered perforated sheets, and the louvers are all facing down, so there's no grain laying directly on side of the perforations. Therefore, you need a lot less static pressure to push the air through the grain. So therefore, then your fan has to work way less because the same horsepower fan will produce double the airflow versus a flat bottom bin or any other conventional air system in a hopper. Both of my brothers, Adolf and Albert, they're both part of the crew when we were assembling bins across the prairies. And all three of us, we came together and we said we're going to design this product that's going to solve this problem for farmers. We've tested a lot of flat bottom bins, also hopper bottom bins with air system in there. It's different when the bin is empty. The airflow is one way, but as soon as it's in grain, then it takes a total different path. It always takes the path of least resistance. So we did a lot of testing there. Also, we talked to a bunch of different types of engineers and farmers to try to get the best opinions out there to put a good system together.
I've been with the guys from the onset of our first bin setup, and to see customers come back and really appreciate the product and also come back as repeat customers has been a very exciting time in this company. And if a farmer has an existing hopper that they would like to put our air system into, we can also retrofit into any existing hopper, whether it's a welded smooth wall hopper or whether it's an existing bolt-together system. The assembly of our Norben hopper generally is done on site, and it can be done by the farmer, or we can send a crew in to do it as well. We're a small company. If a customer needs service or backup or support for our product, we're here to help them.
Best way to contact is you go to norben.ca and you'll find phone numbers and emails there to contact us directly, and we'll guide you through from there.
My name is Vincent and I started RC Farm Arm in Grand Prairie, Alberta. In the agriculture industry, we have all these products that keep coming to market that are going to save us time, save us energy, save us fuel. Nothing has been created to help us around stationary PTO work. This idea came to me after posting a video on Twitter after I wired one of my own tractors to be controlled wirelessly. The response was so great and overwhelming that I thought, I need to figure something out that I can give this to more people and it'd be very easy for them to install. I started RC Farm Arm in November of 2020, applied for a patent, and have been working through the prototype process up until this point, and we're currently working on production to get the product available this summer to market. The RC Farm Arm is a device that overlays your existing tractor controls on your armrest, so you can conveniently control them from outside the cab and installs in a matter of minutes. The RC Farm Arm consists of two modules. The first module sits in the armrest, sits over top of your hydraulic, your engine control, and your PTO. The second module sits over top of your key and your steering column and allows you to start the tractor from the palm of your hand. The RC Farm Arm allows you to remotely start your tractor, allows you to engage and disengage your PTO, two hydraulics, and increase and decrease the RPM of the tractor. We've included with the RC Farm Arm an accessory port that has up to 6 functions that the user can use for whatever device they want to. 2 of the buttons are latch relays, so you can turn lights on and off. The other 4 buttons are momentary, so that would allow you to control an electric actuator on a 4-way spout, for instance. One of the accessory port wires can also be used to tie into your existing swing augers remote control system, allowing you to swing the hopper in and out from under the truck. Makes it more convenient, stopping the needless running back and forth, up and down into the tractor cab to turn the PTO on and off. Eliminates the tripping on the steps, getting into the cab when you're tired. You're able to see what you're actually doing in the operation by standing at the truck, opening and closing the hopper, starting and shutting the PTO off right there instead of having to go back and forth and running the auger empty. The RC Farm Arm is currently produced using a 3D resin printer. This gives us the flexibility to design and create an arm for every farmer and tractor out there. We are currently expanding by adding more 3D printers to allow us to get RC Farm Arm into the hands of customers by Harvest 21. I'd like to see every farm using an RC Farm Arm in the next 5 years.
Crop intelligence interest came in about 2014, honestly, with some equipment that we brought in and tried with the moisture probe. What crop intelligence has become is really insights around soil moisture and environmental data from a weather station that's in the farmer's field.
Our producers were finding that they had all this data that was coming from the technology, but they didn't know what to do with it, how to make decisions based upon it. And that's where the problem was. Crop intelligence came about when our team went about finding a solution to that. How do you take that data and use it to make decisions? Using water-driven yield potential, you could take data that you never had before and use it looking at weather patterns and take that information and decide whether it was wise to top dress or what you should be seeding in that field. It allowed you to take that data and make decisions that would save you money and find ways to make you grow your crop more efficiently.
In Western Canada, every year, our yields are at least partially determined by how much rain and how much soil moisture we have on our fields.
Our goal was to develop an app that took soil moisture data and helped interpret it so that farmers and agronomists could take that information and make real-time decisions on their field.
You can't manage what you don't measure. And our focus is primarily around soil moisture. So how much water do we have and where is it? So a producer that isn't using crop intelligence today doesn't have the insights of, what does the soil moisture profile look like at the end of the season, and then over winter comes, and at the start of the year we still don't know exactly what we have in that profile. If I'm a producer that has the product and has used it for a couple of years, I know at the end of the season what I'm left with for moisture. I know how to plan my fertility for the winter, and I know how to be prepared for opportunity.
The future for crop intelligence, I think, is very bright. It's not just collecting data, it's using it in a way that brings value to our customers and value to agronomists across Western Canada to help maximize the efficiencies of their inputs and maximizing their yields in a given year based on the water that's available to them on their farm.
What it's really about is finding ways to let people optimize the products. Not only does the producer get that information, understands his crop a little bit better, but from there, he can take his knowledge and that data to his lender, to his insurer. It allows him to mitigate risk. Everyone sees full circle the benefits of this.
This technology, this data, this platform, it's easy to use, it's right available on your phone, you can be in your field, and there's so many great insights that we've never had before.
The future will be, I think, somewhat in the canola space. What can we do around disease assessment, from an environmental perspective? You think about what we can learn about plant health from the weather station and the moisture probe and root activity. I don't know that we give ourselves enough credit for the innovation that takes place in our province. You think about the recent investment in irrigation infrastructure in the province of Saskatchewan. How does that impact agriculture in Saskatchewan? And how can that potentially impact our product and our partners and our growers? It means a lot to be local. It means a lot to be in Saskatchewan.
It's really changing the agriculture industry and how we farm and how we do agronomy, and the insights are invaluable.
We started the company Rodano Industries in 1987. We started with reversers, combine reversers, and after 2005 we started the Extend auger. Convenience was important, and that's what started the Extend auger, but now it's swung into also an auger to fill air seeders. So we call this an ACX, and it basically is an extension on the auger that fills an air seeder.
We have built the ACX to give an extra length of auger that's movable, thus giving us a lot more maneuverability. Everything doesn't have to be quite as precise. Where the truck stopped, how far the truck is away from the air seeder, basically gives you more maneuverability when it comes to unloading the truck.
The convenience of being able to retract and extend an auger helps a lot when you're dealing with hopper bottom trailers. So that's what the Air Cart Extend is adapting the idea and technology behind the Extend to make it fit and work well on an air cart. And we found that this problem hadn't been solved in the last 20 years. So we have 20 years of air seeders that farmers are still using that all have the same problem as soon as they switch trailers with hopper bottoms.
It extends underneath the trailer and also swings once it's in place. So it allows you lots of capabilities to be in different positions, but go from hopper to hopper, and that can be done remotely, but it just allows the freedom to get at it without a whole lot of difficulty.
The Air Cart Extend is meant to be a kit that will easily bolt on to any existing air cart. So because of this, we have to actually develop the kit for each air cart because they'll all be different. So at the moment, we've got 3 different air carts that it's available for. and we are working on more. Installation involved taking the hopper off of the existing air seeder auger, replacing it with the supplied hopper, and then installing the rail system and the new retracting swing.
Once you've used an extend auger, then it really becomes a no-brainer to add the ACX onto your air cart, because it's just going to make your life a bunch easier.